Here's a little walk around video of my Massey 7 that I put a diesel engine in. It's when I got this tractor, it didn't have an engine in it, so I thought I should do something with it. It has now a Deutz Ruggerini MD75 that I made fit in there. Had to build an air cleaner and exhaust pipe. It doesn't take a lot of fuel, so I had this tank off of a tiller that I put on it. Still use mechanical shutoff. I ended up getting a rectifier from iSaveTractors.com to make it recharge the battery for me. This was originally a pull start tractor, didn't have a battery in it, or the key switch was just on and off, so I took the punch out plate out and put an oil pressure gauge in it and switched it over to electric start. I had to put bigger tires on it when I put the diesel in it. It currently has no brakes, but for what I'm doing, it works just fine. I've had this tractor to several shows, and I have yet to put a lot of fuel through it. We've driven it several miles by now, and it still just sips on the fuel. I set it up with a shorter oil pan. This is currently all there is of an oil pan, if you can see that. It's about 3/4 of an inch tall, but there is oil in the block up to about here. This engine was originally meant for a APU out of a truck, so it had like a gallon oil capacity in it. It's still got a couple quarts in it, and hasn't ever given me any trouble with oil pressure. I set it up so that the height would be the same on the crankshaft versus the old one, so if I ever wanted to put an attachment back on it, which I could, I'd have the ability. You can see when I open the hood just how close the engine is to not fitting. There's a little bit of red paint on top of the valve cover. That's from rubbing on the inside of the hood. That's why I had to make a shorter oil pan for it. Yeah, it's a tight fit, but I think the results are pretty good. I figured that 5.9 horsepower engine, which is what this engine is rated for, would be close enough to the 7 horsepower to justify it. So it's a fun little tractor, kind of a neat project. You don't see a ton of 7s around, and it's even neater to see one that's a diesel. Thank you.